was that? One conduit closer to activating the starseed.
Critical systems offline. Repair network to resume functionality. Anomalous power sources detected. Sending location data to your multi-tool. Network interference detected. Loading emergency services.
Can you scan for Void Runner caches in the sector?
Scanning. There are 5 unrecovered Void Runner logs in this sector. How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid. stay still on these things. I think I found its weak spot.
Contact anyone from our team. I tried firing our signal flares. They went every direction but up. Nothing works here. I couldn't decouple the thrust rings from the air chamber. I just lost it. I wrenched them and they shattered. I can't fix my boosters. I can't fix any of this. Gosm said to return to the Starseed if we lose communication. It's gonna be a long trip back. Not a single nation could agree on a solution. They had so much time to fix this, and they did nothing. I want to save my planet, but death is too good an ending for everyone in charge there. If I don't make it, let it be known, this is their fault.
Did Verse make it back? There was no sign of him at the Starseed. Dross harvesters. So that's what happened to the Veruki. Looks like they fought back. Bombs killed them.
You treacherous pile of scrap. This is your fault.
Whatever this thing is, I don't think it's been operational for a long time.
He wasn't supposed to be here when the bombs went off. I didn't know. Please.
Maybe he's not here. Any idea where else he could be?
Wait, no. That's not right. Of course. He's waiting for me. How could I have forgotten?
Wait, now you remember where he is?
He's waiting in the place we first met. Under the sacred tree in the forest altar. Across the IRONROOT Basin Bridge. He has to be there.
To you? Did the Ultra Void do this to you?
What the hell is going on over the radio? Is that chanting coming from Pyatt? It's so otherworldly. Desperate. Either way, that idiot better not be messing up the mission. I can see the starseed from here. It's sputtering. You can overchoke binder plate. That can't be good. If his woo-woo crystal brain messes this up, I'll throw him into the Void's core myself. I don't care how much he advanced Void tech. We are the last...
Pyatt sabotaged the mission. I don't get it. He wanted to save our planet as much as anyone.
And now we're stuck in his tomb, fighting for their lives. What's fair about that? I'm not afraid of this place, but I didn't join up to get myself killed for nothing. You can still see so many parts of what used to be a living planet. It feels invasive to just be here. This place used to be alive, and I'm standing over its remains, laid out on a cold slab. I don't know how Irving does it.
I know exactly what you mean, Verse. Where do I start? Another one down. You can thank me later, Sid.
There's a black spot growing in the sky. Every night it gets bigger. First we had too many stars. Now we lose them every night. I can't take it. Boars freely hunt our once fertile land, and now even the heavens turn their back on us. They're gone down pots.
Where do these things come from?
Endless explosions last night. The sounds of wailing went all throughout the basin. I think the hunters have stopped. They're gone down to pause.
Didn't stand a chance. Sims. Bruce loved these things. They only smell slightly worse than booster fumes.
They set up the conduit. Not too far from one of the most beautiful trees I've ever seen. Funny thing, looking up at the canopy, I can almost forget for a moment where I am and what's at stake. The Veruki were peaceful and cared for each other. They had created a utopia. The Dross, the Ultra Void, they consume beauty and leave nothing behind. My planet's full of fools and hypocrites. But we don't deserve this. I'm glad we're destroying this place. Of course, we'll lose all account of what happened to these people, but what civilization would want to be remembered like this? I hope there's nothing left.
You were right, Verse. I'll finish what you started.
one tragedy. I've read books about the populations of entire planets blinking out of existence, with only the husks of Dross harvesters in the place of once thriving societies. I don't think anyone has ever seen a Dross mid-harvest. If only my professors could see this. Looks like the Baruki managed to stop this matriarch, but there would have been more coming. My boosters keep malfunctioning at the worst times. I was focused on repairing them and realized the chunk of land I was sitting on had drifted from the larger mass of cloud matter. Talk about panic. I'm gonna rest on this bridge while I catch my breath.
I'm so sorry, Verse. I'll find out why this happened to you.
Nothing seems to grow any longer. Everything is slowly dying except for the shield grass and the ironroot trees. Sure carried on Dandapause.
There's at least one more anomaly in this sector. Better scan for it. This must be the forest altar that Lyris mentioned. This place feels peaceful. First time I've had a chance to collect my thoughts since I got here.
I can't. I miss you too much. Everything I did for us. Please, forgive me.
This must be who she was looking for.
I should have listened to you, my love. There could have been another way. The cost, it was too great.
Lyris, they're gone. But you're still here.
You're real. I've been here before. Yes, so many times. To feel this pain, it's unbearable.
I'm sorry this happened to your people. But you have to move on.
The weight of it. You can't imagine. I've lost everything. I can't move on. No matter how much I try, this place won't let me remember. I want peace. In that way, I envy him. I want to be with him.
If I get my way, you won't have to.
Doris.
Lyris, I'm going to destroy the Ultravoid. Meet me at the Starseed and I'll help you get out of here.
No, I can't. Not while I remember him. I'm going to stay here as long as I can and hold on to his memory. If I leave the altar, I might forget. Just leave me be and let me mourn while I still can.
I wonder how many times she's been here before. The Ultravoid must be messing with her memory. Extend my grapple distance. with the Void Runner before, huh? doing this? Why keep dragging me back to this place?
I am not the cause. I am the effect.
Enough of your riddles, Echo. I have to save my planet, and then maybe I can save you. I know you're in pain.
Oh, you would help me. You interlopers drove this spear through my chest, left me to die in this place. Eons I've been a prisoner, and now you offer me the key.
So you are trapped here. Help me activate the starseed, and I'll free us both.
My torturer offers me a deal. How kind.
Torturer? I'm not your enemy, Echo.
Your every move intensifies my pain. Your blind ambition, all your good intentions. Everything you touch turns to ash.
Are you all right? You look not quite yourself.
I'm fine, just a little disoriented. I'm good.
We're glad you're okay. Unfortunately, we have some bad news. We found a signal from the XR Polaris, a repeating Mayday signal. We can't tell how long it's been transmitting, but judging from the rate of decay, a long time.
The Void Runner ship. Any signs of life?
From the ship's diagnostics, conditions are incompatible with life.
But how is that possible? I know other Void Runners made it to the surface. This is making less and less sense.
We would agree that the logic of the situation escapes even us.
Sid, I'm alone here, aren't I? I don't know why or how, but everyone's gone.
Welcome back, Ray. What can we do for you?
I found another Void Runner. I found Verse. He didn't make it. It looked like he was frozen in the moment he died.
Oh, we're afraid our programming fails us in the face of such a tragedy. He was so young. Our memories are difficult to decipher, but Verse managed to leave an imprint. We recall him saying, "Everything here is broken. Nothing stays fixed for long." He got quite frustrated, as he often did, then apologized for yelling at us. It is fuzzy, but I believe he said he needed to blow off some steam, then inhaled deeply on a stim while he looked up at our planet. Perhaps it is a result of our damaged memory cells, but did he mean to say he needed to blow in some steam?
No, Sid. It sounds like he was just having a bad day. Probably the worst day of his life. I can relate. All of us, we've taken on so much coming here. The idea that we might fail, let all those people down. I don't think Verse could handle it. Sid, that's not all. Something's wrong. The conduits were already in place. What happened to everyone? Why didn't they start the starseed?
Of this, we cannot be certain. All conduits currently online were properly configured and have been calibrated to their location in the Ultra Void. Our memories are still fragmented, but each set of data logs that you upload is helping us recall what transpired.
Do you remember what happened in the IRONROOT Basin before you went offline?
We only remember bits and pieces. But we guess. Verse was upset. He yelled at us when we offered to look up schematics for a hyper-rotary coil. We were only trying to assist him.
Poor Verse. Even he was no match for this place. Sid, I need to understand what happened to him. Do you remember anything else?
Sorry, Ray. That's all we can remember. Finished installation. How can we help you? Finished installation. How can we help you? Certainly. How can we help you?
Bye, Sid.